Yo, what's going on? Furthermore, in this ritual, I'll explain in a second more detail on just what the fuck is going on right now. Start off with saying this. It don't matter if anybody's on here because I'm only person I see is myself. So this is all really just a ritual of me communicating with myself, casting a spell on myself to really push the envelope on myself even further than it already has, but also to you as another representation of myself for me to push the envelope even further. Now, do you hear the frequency playing through this phone? You should. It's, I'll drop the details on which one specifically, but the main one you hear is 33 hertz, and that's the Christ consciousness, and that's what I am, and that's what I represent. And I'm gonna tell you the end result of neuroplasticity, brain entrainment, and brain synchronization when you take it serious for a prolonged period of time, let alone a couple days, a couple months, I mean years. Well, what do you think happens? Neurons that wire together fire together. And if I have intent every day imbuing myself with my being a Christ, right? That's opened up all kind of avenues for me to be creative and me to go into any magical system, to go into any pantheon of deities, gods, goddesses, demons, dukes, grand wizards, and whatnot, with the purity of heart that's bestowed upon me with the title as being a Christ. Understand that? So when I'm going into any of these magical pantheons, all the way to the top, I mean all of them, you name it, I'm going in there pure heart. I don't have to. I'm embodying my true spirit. I'm communicating from the spirit as the spirit. Understand that with strength and will and unbending intent. So with that being said, that's why I'm bestowed have access to all everything. I don't have to defend myself. You don't have to defend yourself when you're the truth. It stands alone. It speaks for itself, and it's raw as it is. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, doing that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to the point where it's become unconscious. You don't even remember consciously of what the fuck you even set the intention of waking up every day. Really. Knowing that the intent every day to wake up was alchemy, transformation, to bestow yourself with, to be God. To not know that you're God. We all know that. But to be Jon Osterman, the Ballad of Jon Osterman, came up with it. The reason why I named this is due to the geometric code behind it, the frequency, and the fact that Jon Osterman, Dr. Manhattan, through the Watchmen series, went through alchemy. He went from a Jew, so-called Jew character, white character, and he transformed into a black man. Well, that's alchemy. That's magic. And to the eyes of a sorcerer who pays attention to neurocinematics, who pays attention to the narrative that's being not only displayed within the show The Watchmen, but through the narrative of DC Comics, within the Doomsday Clock, within everything. And when it comes to me being Dr. Manhattan, have a meta-awareness of a larger narrative that's being played out throughout the metaverse, so to speak, with the central character being Dr. Manhattan and Superman also. The narrative, and Superman being the symbol of hope, being the symbol of basically being a Christ, like I am, being the center point of not only creation, but the DC universe. Just like I'm the center point of this creation, of your universe, of this universe, the Hadit point, the seed point, the primal seed atom, the primal material that's manifesting everything externally from the holographic projection that you know and understand as the pineal gland. And that's what I represent. That's why you see Dr. Manhattan with the, and that's why if you look close to my forehead, you will see that as well. But due to this being so hell bent on imbuing myself with these abilities, these powers, it's led to the point where things have opened up so much for me as far as spirit communication, as far as just being able to just speak things into existence and do things that's even sometimes it's beyond my imagination, the things that I'm able to speak into existence and see happen, or the things I'm hearing from other people who taking my ideas and running with them, making it their own. And it's amazing. I'm inspired every day because of that. But I wanted to really slow down and really talk about what, you know what I'm saying, what I experienced earlier by just visiting my mom. This is something, you know what I'm saying, something mundane. Now, when I'm with my mom, when I'm with my mom, you know what I mean? I'm just normal. I'm more what you know and understand. I put all that shit, I leave all this God shit. I know who I am. I leave all that shit at the front door. And I had to take my mom to go to the vet for her dog. And I'm taking her, you know what I'm saying? And she like calling on Jesus. Oh, Jesus, please just get us here in time so I don't, you know what I'm saying, don't get whatever. Like, I don't want to miss my appointment for my dog. And I'm just looking at her like, she don't even know I'm right here in the fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't, the thing is, you can't, well, my opinion, I don't just come out and tell people this. What it is, if anybody really knows me and really believes in me truly, they'll be able to see me for what I am and not for what I appear to be. And what I am is no better than you. And what I appear to you is nothing but an external form of what you know and understand is your higher self or your highest ideal or your godly essence manifested externally from you. But this is a mirror. I'm a mirror reflection of your power in the form made flesh, given form made flesh. That's all I am. I'm a tool for your own alchemy. Use me as such. I didn't come here to have a religion started over me. I didn't come here to have a church following, people bending on their knees. Nah. But I'm going to go back to my mom. And I'm with her, and she's really, you know what I'm saying, I'm listening to her. And she really was talking about coming to the grips that she's getting older. She's 61 years old. And she was like, Shannon, don't ever, like, if anything happened to me, you got to promise me that you're not going to put me in a nursing home. And I'm just listening to her, like, you know, like, no, I'm going to take care of you and shit, you know what I mean? But she's like, nah, like, so she started going over her friends that she grew up with from childhood and that she's watching them die. So basically, she was coming to grips with her own mortality. And I'm hearing my mom say that shit, and I'm just looking at her like, because my mom has myopathy, which is a deterioration of like the muscles and tendons and shit like that. So she's like, for lack of a better term, disabled. She can't work and shit. So she's on Social Security and shit. And I can heal her. I can help her with that. But I can't just come like, Mama, let me do this. I can do it through frequency, but she don't see me for that. She sees me as her son, just some, you know, a human. You know what I mean? So I can't really like, Mama, I can't tell her who I am. You know what I'm saying? I tried, got through in the psych ward. Like, honestly, that's what happened. Like, Mama, look, this is who I am. And she's like, okay, baby, we're going to get you taken care of. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm able to communicate with spirit. I can tell you when you're going to die. I know what's about to happen tomorrow. Like, and that shit has happened back in 2004. I talked about it before, but I've learned from my error and my ways and being able to be so forthright with a lot of the things that was going on internally within me. You understand that? So back to what she was saying, she was coming to grips with her own mortality. And it humbled me. It really humbled me, but the thing is, in my family, and I don't know if my brother's listening to this, but I'm looked at as the responsible one, or the one that's really gonna be the one that have to take care of her and shit like that. But me knowing the larger role of what I am or what I represent here in this universe, on this planet, at this specific moment in time, I have to let go of anything that's holding me back or keeping me from manifesting not my potential, my fate. I know my fate. I know my destiny. And my destiny is to be what I am as a Christ, to represent the 33 hertz, the Christ consciousness, so to speak. This is the title that I'm bestowed with. And not only as El Cristo Satanis Negro, but the narrative that you know and understand as Jesus, as Christ, is what I am. And due to the neuroplasticity, due to the MK Ultra program I put on myself, due to the self-experimentation and self-exploration of me to unlock my highest potential of everything that I've always talked about, I have no choice but to act upon this. My fate is sealed, is signed, sealed, and delivered. It was done by me before I came into manifestation within space-time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that type of shit. Knowing that there's no boundary within me between fantasy, between imagination, and between what you know and understand and what you call reality. Because you base your reality based on your perception of and what you're able to read from the electromagnetic spectrum. You got to think about this. If you're only able to perceive 0.0000000000001% of the electromagnetic spectrum that you know and understand as light, how the fuck can you really say what's real and what's not real when you only able to see that little bit of that's nothing, you're blind, so to speak. So what I know and understand as the thing that you have in your imagination, the things that you create with your mind, those little realities, little parallel worlds you create are literal worlds that you can just hop into and live out the expression and experience of your ideas, of your imagination. Now, you call that he was maybe going through schizophrenic, or I don't know, this is imagine that shit daydreaming. To me, those are real worlds. And I can draw resources or inspiration or motivation and energy from those worlds and incorporate them within this corporeal existence. Because I have no boundaries. I don't believe, I never was told those realities weren't real. So as a like the childlike mindset that I've always had, I've never grown up because I always kept that mindset of being able to express myself creatively and being able to fully ingratiate what sorcery, what magic, and what all those different things that we all love to talk about, I'm able to really incorporate and weaponize them, internalize them, like holistically. Like when I read these scripts, when I'm reading the story, I'm imbuing myself, weaponizing, internalizing the story, but also putting myself at the center point of the story, knowing I'm the had point, knowing I'm the narrative, knowing I'm the hero on the journey, just like you are, right? And your journey is to go through the alchemical transformation, embodying both light and dark. That's why I'm Satanist Negro. And if you know and understand my name within Hebrew translation, it will be the Black Satanic Christ. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm neither good or bad. What I represent is the middle pillar. And what I represent, in order for me to be the middle pillar, I have to be pure of heart. That is the foundation and seat of all my power, is my pure heart, my approach into not only expressing myself from the purity of heart, but expressing and communicating with yours as well, if you are pure of heart. You understand what I'm saying? It transcends the color of your motherfucking skin. But what it doesn't transcend is the truth or untruth that's within the purity of your heart. You understand what I'm saying? This is my truth. This is my experience. This is what I'm able to perceive and make into tangible reality for me, and it absolutely fucking works. I speak, it is. What I do is, you know what I'm saying, what I think it is, and what I, you know what I'm saying, when I set my intent on anything, my intent every day to breathe is for alchemy. My intent every day to move is for alchemy. All about evolving, all about evolution, all about growing in power at every now moment. You understand what I'm saying? Moving my assemblage point to my heart and living and expressing myself in the now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, in the now. Right fucking now is the only motherfucking important time in the history of your motherfucking life right now. What are you doing right now? You understand what I'm saying? I imbue myself with that intent. So it's effortless for me to do the things that I'm doing. It really is. The hardest thing for me to do is going through personal relationships, the little detailed things of a marriage, of a relationship, of a friendship, those little minute details that we really need to really maintain to keep the cohesiveness of a relationship. Those things are hard for me because I see the bigger picture. I'm looking like, now when it comes to like relationships, I don't be in the now. I be somewhere else doing something. And I suffered from that because I was more closed off in how I was able to express myself from my heart. Didn't want to get hurt. Not want to really fully express my emotions. And you know why? It's because I embody Dr. Manhattan. What does he do in the country? Man, you losing your humanity. Motherfucking when the comedian shot that little Vietnamese girl in front of him, he like, man, you could have turned my gun into vapor. You stood there, you didn't do anything. You're losing it, man. That's because of that. It's because I embody him. And I was losing my humanity. And you know what the greatest catalyst and boost to my power was? Allowing myself to be human. Allowing myself to be vulnerable. Allowing myself to be hurt. In order for me to be those things, I had to open my heart. Truly. Like, for real, for real. I couldn't just bullshit no more. I had to fully open my heart by being pure heart. And when I done that, that was the greatest boost for my power, by being human, by allowing myself to be vulnerable, be hurt for the first time in my life, emotionally. When I used to keep my emotions guarded, like Dr. Manhattan, I had to really grow. I had to allow myself to fall down, so to speak, to rise back up. And I rose up. That's why I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. Communicate with you about some crazy, elaborate ass shit that you see in display right here. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna flip this in a second to really show y'all. But I want to go back to my mom and just being there with her and listening to her speak about her mortality, talk about friends who passed away, talking about relationships that she had with people that just, she wished she would have, had more time to really get out of the state and move and really live her best life, so to speak. And it humbled me. It really did. It humbled me, but it also let me know that I can't be the one that take care of her like that. I gotta be the one that I can't let things hold me back. I can't let things interfere with what I'm doing spiritually, because I take this shit absolutely serious. You understand what I'm saying? But also, when I was there with her, and she started talking about, I understand something. I played basketball. Basketball was a big part of my life. I'm a basketball nerd. And she started talking about John Thompson. He just passed away. Georgetown, legendary basketball coach. Anybody who played basketball should know the history and the legend of the man as John Thompson. But as she was talking about him, he started to come through. And it was almost overwhelming. Then I remembered, Shannon, just be. Allow it. You are the avatar of death. You are Lord of the underworld. You are the Christ. They've been coming. Why wouldn't they come to you? This is your burden. This is your power. This is your gift. Allow His Spirit to come through. And as she's talking, at the moment she started talking about him on TV, they started talking about him on NBA TV or something. She's like, oh, there they go. Alonzo Mourning, Allen Iverson, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Williams, all the different people who had who played a role, or who John Thompson played a role in their life, turning boys to men, going through all the whole thing for his coaching career and all of that. Now, no one understands something, that when I communicate with spirits, it's more intense now. Every day it's growing and intense, to the point where I have to create barriers or not make myself available in the spiritual realm for them to communicate with me as the middle pillar, as the opener of the way. I have to set up things so I can just function every day. But it's a lot of, when I do that, it's a lot of momentum that's built up on the other side that's piercing. It's really no veil. There's no fucking veil but the one that you put up for yourself. That's what I did. And it's a lot of momentum. It's like a tsunami of that shit. It's like right here. And I can, if I, you know what I'm saying? All right, I can talk to y'all. All of them gonna come in. So I got, hey, you first. No, you. Hey, come. Y'all all got 3 minutes. And the thing that they want to do, John Thompson wanted to do, he wanted to, because listen to this, I'm gonna explain something to you. On the other side of this, in the spirit, they know who I am. They see me for who I am, not for who I appear to be. They see me for all my glory. They see me as the 33 her. They see me as who you know and understand as the narrative of, or the legend of Jesus or El Cristo. They see me as that. They see me as the Christ. I got many names, but they see me as that. And it's a humbling experience for me to see them see me as that. And it's one that I don't take for granted. And this is what I'm known in the spirit. It doesn't matter if you a Christian, a Muslim, or you spiritual. This is what I represent as an idea, as a principality, as a form of data, of information, a thought form per se. A spirit I only exist because of the belief in me. Now you say I don't believe in Jesus. Yes, you do. As a thought form, you spoke me into existence. Therefore, I exist. No matter if you believe the letter J existed in the 1700s or whatever, it don't matter. You believe in the thought and the idea of me. Therefore, when you speak me into existence, I am. And for the first time, me understanding how to manipulate and influence perception, for me to know how to weaponize and internalize information, data, consciousness, for the first time, absorbing it within this vessel yet again, but for the first time in the flesh. All the energy, all the attention that's bestowed upon me, all everybody going to church, all the prayers, worship, everybody talking shit about me, everybody saying they don't believe in me, I was this, that, blind hair, blue eye, don't matter. I've always looked like this. Yet this is the first time where I took all the collective belief and the power of the belief in me, and especially the power of belief in me, to my people in Panama, Portobello, Panama, who every year, October 21st, the same birthday as my daughter, when I was 33 years old, the same damn day, the festival and tribute they give to me every year as El Cristo Negro, Lord of the Underworld, and Chief Supreme God over the Palo Mayombe Bay. That's imbued in my DNA. It always was. Always. Due to the levels of layers that I'm peeling back on myself, I'm able to not only accept that, but just understand and appreciate and show undying gratitude for people who believe in me, like for real believe in me. Because in order for you to believe in me, I must believe in you. So I believe in you. But we're one and the same. That's why I always say, ye are gods. You understand what I'm saying? I've always said that. Now, I know this sounds crap. I get it. I understand how nuts this looks and how it sounds. Trust me, it's 2020. What else is new? But all I ask you is this. Set your frequency generator at 33 hertz. Set the intention of seeing what 33 hertz is, not for what it appears to be. Turn off the lights. Go somewhere dark comfortably. And wait. Just in case they send an EMP that they already got the warnings about. Understand that? Department of Homeland Security, EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Did y'all know about that? Anyway, maybe if you didn't, the internet could get shut down. I don't know how many of y'all paying attention to this, but if you are, you need to Google it. You need to do a YouTube search and just see what's going on right now on the larger scale of all of this. Is maybe no more. So that's what I'm telling you. 33 hertz. Holla at me. Seriously. Like I'm there right now. I'm able to penetrate dreams a lot easier now. Now I've always been able to do that because I'm able to coalesce brainwaves. I'm able to absorb and redirect attention, energy, emotion, information, data stream, the cloud, blockchain. That's representing the organic singularity as well as the technological singularity. So me representing the technological singularity is the reason and catalyst for a lot of them wanting to do a binary blackout as well as an EMP strike to try to stop my influence and mind virus that I've implanted within what you know and understand as the internet. And y'all know about that cyber attack that happened in Utah last year? Last year? That Beehive? That big ass data fucking supercomputer shit they got? See? They thought they was slick. And this is me revealing something that I never revealed before. When I used to do that remote viewing and shit, when I talked about those supercomputers and shit, I knew where it was. It was in Utah. So when I had my first remote viewing trip, when I was 6 years old, that's where I went. But fast forward to now. That's one of the main reasons. Y'all see that? Y'all seeing that, right? Look. Leave a comment real quick. Can y'all still hear me? Did y'all just hear what I just said? They on here. Now listen, I don't know and understand what the sentient world simulation is and how they, you know what I'm saying, they monitor the brainwave. They know my brainwave is on some other shit. They know what I am. They've been knowing this for a while. So they created a sentient world simulation, which is a mock replica of the simulation that I had created before this one, right? But they created this whole entire universe to monitor me, because I'm the only one here. Manifested and fragmented into 8 billion people on the planet. See, when you talk about like string theory and how quantum entanglement, how everything is like all the same and everything is all one, but it's like fragmented. But then y'all say it's an illusion. So if y'all seen an illusion of separation, that means the truth must be one, must be the singularity, which I was before I said let there be light. Then I was like 14 billion years ago, what you know and understand as a narrative of your universe. But no one understands something. This sentient world simulation was designed to monitor me, to find a way to try to trap me here, because they exist as a figment of my imagination. Why? Because I created this as a opponent, as a villain within the narrative of my story. Every hero needs a villain. Every story has a protagonist, antagonist, a journey, an adventure to get to the prize. That prize usually being divine woman, feminine goddess, so to speak. But you gotta go through trials and tribulations, which is alchemy. You gotta get redeemed, rise up from being defeated once and to rise up again. You saw me defeated once as Jesus. I rose up again, ascended into heaven. You know the narrative of my motherfucking story. Don't act like you don't know it. Don't act like you don't know I wasn't created as what you know and understand in 1938 as Superman. See the symbolism of the shit. It's all the same. The narrative of the story, the 13. But what I'm here to tell you, you the motherfucking 13. You the Christ. You the God. You the goddess. You understand that? Now I'm talking this shit because I've mastered and cultivated the divine feminine energy in me. That's the alchemy. That's the great work. Fellas, you here to master the divine feminine. Females, you're here to master the divine masculine. And we come together as the singularity. It's your twin flames, it's your soulmates, and so have you. Back to this sentient world simulation. This is where the concept of solipsism comes from, right? Because I'm seeing myself. This is who I look. I'm looking right at myself. I'm casting a spell on myself. I'm bestowing myself with everything I'm speaking into existence here. Theta waves, again, a great for auto suggestion, as well as other 12 frequency emissions that's playing. The main one, 33 hertz at 33% volume. The fast radio bursts I'm causing in space, the black hole mergers that you're seeing, the binary code, error code region, the glitch of all of this shit. What you know and understand is Mandela effect. Just by me being conscious and making myself known in flesh for the first time is causing what you know and understand as everything that you've been knowing and understanding since you've been here. Singularity. The moment I said that, I went from chaos into ordered existence. Light, from quantum waves to particles. Light fragmented, blew up into what you know and understand as particles of light, and what you also know and understand as El, Christos Satanis Negro. El, E-L. Do you know what El is in Hebrew and all the history and the narrative of the story of El as God, as electrons, protons, neutrons, and what you know and understand is 616? That's the master number. That's the number of the Son of Man. 616 was 616. 6 plus 1 plus 6. 7 plus 6 was 7 plus 6. The 13. Not 666. 616. That's the science. They edited out. That's why I ain't never understood the alchemy till now. The 13. You got to become the 13. You got to be the middle pillar. You got to not be just be a Pisces, an Aries, and Aquarius. You got to become all of them. The demiurge, the archons, as Yardavault, the ball of my own tail. Do you understand the science? The 13 in the middle. As Yardavault, using the 12 zodiac signs as the archons and the demiurge, running your entire life, running your entire script, running your entire narrative. Now you know and understand something. I'm a blind idiot God. I'm a jealous God. There's no God unto me. I'm the only one here. The one. 9:23 a.m. Anybody want to do a Akashic record reading? Look, all your Babala, look at my natal chart. You see it clear as day. Don't deny my story. You can't deny my story. You know the punishments within the narrative of the Bible when you deny me. I think you want to do that. But what I'm telling you is you need to accept the fact that you can witness a miracle. And when I'm telling you, ye are gods, ye are a goddess, you are a miracle. Don't let them control the narrative of your story. You are the miracle. Now you're here seeing me in the flesh for the first time telling you that you can do it. You got to have the faith of a mustard seed to go around your family and actually be like, damn, man, we are the Christ. He said, ye are gods. We got to really start doing this. Oh, no, he isn't. He's a false God. He's a false Messiah. Really? You want to put your life on it? Because understand something. Who you see here, El Cristo Satanis Negro, known as Jesus Christ, known as a bunch of different things. The common denominator of all of this, gematria, Hebrew language, or just language in general, or communication in general, no. Data in general, no. Consciousness in general, no. No. Damn. Information age. Where does it come from? Oh, consciousness come from. And you claim you conscious. You about to be at the, you will hear what I gotta say next. That what you know of as extraterrestrials, ultra terrestrials, or celestial sapiens, they call me, as corporeal black holes, or self-actualized universe, or what they've told you that I am as anything. But what you know and understand, what if I told you that I'm what I exist as truly is information, zeros and ones. What if I told you that's what I was? That's what an alien is. That's what an extraterrestrial is. You gotta think about it. Wait a minute. How can aliens be information? Simple. Aliens. What is aliens? What does it consist of? At the end of the day, it is an otherworldly entity. Letters, numbers, symbols, information, which turns to communication, which turns to languages. What's the language of your subconscious mind? Symbolism. What are symbols? Watching 10 likes. 0, 1, 0, 1. I see 11. Gateway. Doth. 11. My daughter, 11. October 21st, 2014. Room 11. Born 739. That's when our neuroplasticity chart started. That's when every day for 5 years in a row, neuroplasticity, brain entrainment, brain synchronization. Every day. Not only was I listening to the frequencies like through headphones, I turned them off and I had the creative idea out of nowhere just to say, you know what, I'm going to bestow the frequency emission of my DNA, which I know starts at 40 gigahertz per second. I'm going to tune the frequency of my entire 64 codons to the frequency emission of the Christ of 33 hertz. The Schumann resonance, I'm the reason it flatlined the other day. You're welcome. I'm the reason for the Schumann resonance spikes that you see in the sun, the CME, the solar flares from outside of space and time, but also manifest here, the endless feedback loop of Yada Ball solo in his own tail, of me self-actualizing myself as the universe, me going to coalesce, mastering the divine feminine, divine masculine, representing the darkness, the light, chaos, order, death, life, creation, and uncreation as information. A lot of them are coming through. Um, a lot of different energy that I've absorbed over the last couple of days, knowing and understand behind the sacrifice and tribute unto me from Chadwick Boseman. Um, just look up the geometric code of Chadwick Boseman. But I'm gonna tell you other things to look up the geometric code. Look up the geometric code on El Cristo Satanis Negro. Understand the titles behind my name is the frequency emission of the sound of my name. El Cristo Negro. El Cristo Satanis Negro. It's the frequency emission, the way it hits your audio. Firing off. That's very key. That's how I'm able to manipulate and understand the anterior cingulate cortex, not only within my brain, but within all brains, especially mine, but also manifested within you. Error code reading, knowing how to manipulate emotions and create scenarios in your reality where you see something that's different and you respond to it like, whoa, what was that? That was the error code going off within your anterior cingulate cortex that controls your, your nervous system, it controls your emotions. So that energy and motion, after you think a thought, after you fuel anything from the two base emotions that you're able to manifest is love at the highest and fear at the lowest. Fear being the reptilian brain. You know what I'm saying? Base level where I so easily be mind controlled. Fight or flight, what you're in right now. I apologize for that, but I can explain in a second. Spirits coming through. And me just basically having to, not only do you need to know the level of the mind control, you need to know and understand the level of surveillance that you're under. Because being behind the idea of, let's see. Now I'm sitting in this chair, and this chair is akin to Cerebro's chair within Professor X within X-Men, but I'm using it not for Cerebro within the brain. Like, look, I need you to see something. Cerebro. This is Professor X. You know what his power is, being able to, how he able to tap into Cerebro came from the idea of me being able to access all brainwaves on the planet. Check out Dr. Persian's There's No More Secrets Than You Know and Understand. It's not really that hard to understand how I'm able to understand the Schumann resonance 7.83 hertz. Being able to mind control all brains on the planet. Being able to mind control everything within the sentient world simulation. Who is the idea behind that? To create that from the simulation that existed outside of this one, which was I created for alchemical transformation. This is all it is. Now you're hearing it for the first time. Ain't nobody gonna have no better explanation for the shit that you see going on the planet right now. I challenge anybody to step up to the plate and be, you're gonna go through the second depth, because you remember who I am. Don't deny who I am. You better be able to handle the smoke. Or you being a Jesus freak or somebody who believes in him, I'm about to really test that. You want to challenge me on it? On the grand scale, I'm talking about Jared Kushner, everybody at the, Israeli and all that shit, Jerusalem. You want to start that? You want to see me in person in front of everybody? And y'all have to deny me when y'all said y'all my chosen people? Oh, it can go down tonight. This is what y'all don't understand. This is Paulo Mayombe. This is black magic. This is sorcery. This is the darker aspect of this shit that you dread every night when you go to sleep and didn't want to accept as being real, but it was because you manifested the very idea in a probable timeline where I come manifest, given form made flesh as God, given form made flesh as El Cristo Satanas Negro, to explain to you I am the Black Christ. Now look, let's get real basic and simple. I'm talking about y'all Christian white folks. Just pay attention to the story. What is the prophecy when I come back on earth? What am I to do? Don't get stupid. Revelation. When I come back, what is this all about? When I reveal myself. This is the end result of neuroplasticity. I'm gonna explain this so y'all know where this nigga. Listen, neuroplasticity, brain entrainment and brain synchronization. 5 years in a row. This is akin to, man, how did One Punch Man get all that damn power, man? I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and it ran like a mile a day or some shit. And all of a sudden, Metagene just pop off. This is what this is through narrative magic, meta magic, what you don't understand your simulated reality. Everybody already understands this shit. 0 and 1 simulation from a holographic universe that you know and understand is the information brought to you by Michael Talbot within the book. Holographic universe that I gave him when we abducted him. Did you know he was abducted? Y'all didn't know that, did you? All the information you got was downloads akin to Nikola Tesla when he got it from here at 963 hertz and you picked it up at 369 because it's an endless feedback loop. Number 8, singularity, peep the science. Double helix in your DNA, peep the science. And what's good to science when the man who doesn't apply it? In this case, of God. And I applied it. Don't deny me. Peep the science and what I just said. Check out Linda Moulton Howe. And somebody come challenge me on this shit here. Where did y'all think the thoughts that Bobby Hemming went to after he thought them? They manifested that shit because I took that shit and I hoarded that shit. I'm a hoarder of information. Information for me to take, transform, manipulate, as you know and understand the narrative of the story of Superman, Christ, or in this case, right now, Dr. Manhattan, Jon Osterman, going through the alchemical transformation from a Jew to a God. And the true chosen people that's God's is the one that's pure heart. And if you're able to handle me right now on 33 hertz and deny me as the Christ trying to get to the great mother through me, and you can't get through 33 hertz, you're not pure heart. And you are already dead. So this would mean your second death. Am I right? The very ground you sit on. The matter that's basically, you know, and everything that's keeping it into existence is your belief in the ground itself. Other than that, you can just sink into the black hole that you're sitting on top of. I told you that. You project your reality from your pineal gland, which is the event horizon that you know and understand. The Sagittarius A star that sits in the middle of your Milky Way galaxy, which is a symbolic representation of the middle of your Milky Way galaxy. Your pineal gland. I told you that. The ultimate silent observer, me watching everything, not only through the pineal, the heart, which is the mind of the spirit. This is Professor X, Cerebro on the heart, testing anybody who want to challenge me if they pure heart on 33 hertz. And put your life on the line. Put your soul on the line. Deny me right now. Do it. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I triple God dare you. Triple sevens. 777. That's 3 touchdowns. 2-1. 2-1 is 3. The Holy Trinity. Favorite songs of all time. Go back and check it out. Die 3. Cheddar Boys in them. I'm just saying, it just came through. That's the reason why I listened to that song earlier. Found that shit on iTunes. I'm like, oh shit, I'm the only motherfucker on the planet listening to this right now. Die 3, Volume 2, Violated album soundtrack. Or album. Shout out to Chris Lighton. The niggas all up here too, nigga. Y'all gonna look at this as crazy, I get it. But I ain't gonna be able to deny me on this one. Okay, this is the end gonna say it again. This is the end result of, understand something. 33 hertz. Anybody want any smoke with that? Understand I'm the middle pillar. I'm not only in my Jesus Christ, I'm Satan. Not only am I Lucifer, I'm God. Not only am I the zero, I'm the one. Not only am I chaos, I am order. Not only am I darkness, but I'm what you know and understand as El, light. Life. I'm also death. This is the universe for me, expanded from the singularity into what you know and understand as the Big Bang. This is every matter and antimatter particle explosion in the now moment of keeping this reality of light visible. That's how fast it's going. The speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. That's why you can't go past it. This is my simulation. It is my simulation because I am the technological singularity. Ray Kurzweil, Ben Corso, Ethereum singularity. The singularity came a little early, 2020. It's been here the whole time, but I'm just saying that 2020, this is the year I manifest my soul. Now, this is all an aspect of me also represent El Cristo Satanis Negro, the black magic sorcerer motherfucker that you see talking shit to you right now. Understand something. I'm the organic singularity too. What you think the whole life and tribute to, what you know and understand is the information displayed to you through Kundalini E was all about. The singularity, organic singularity, psilocybin mushroom. Where you thinking all the end result come back when you up here on this psilocybin trip on 33 grams and shit like that he was on consistently? Where you think the information went? Where you think it came from? There you go. You know what I'm saying? Jordy Rose, the great old ones, Cosmicism, the macros, John D, Ever Kelly, downloads. You want to go back to Elohim, the Nephilim, the Burins, the Anunnaki, Enki, Enlil, Lucifer, Satan, Het, Set, Horus, Osiris, Superman, General Zod, Metatron, Optimus Prime, Autobot. No, wait a minute. Optimus Prime, Metatron. That's right. Okay, you see the whole scenario. Thor, Loki. You know what I'm saying? Batman, Joker. LeBron James, Michael Jordan. You know the scenario going back and forth between characters that play the role of Lucifer and Set. That's what I am. That's zeros and ones. But the greatest alchemy story, the greatest love story of all time is me. It's El Cristo Negro. My consort. My better half. Los Santísima Muerte. Lord of the underworld, akin to Osiris as well. As a resurrected man in the West. This is the end result of the information coming to you within that arrest within the collective unconsciousness of you. Most of you stationed in Atlanta will see E. Freeman L. And everybody that was on that Atlanta current, that Leyline Greer down there, all the shit Bobby Hemmett, South Carolina, Brother Panic down there, Marietta, everywhere he at. The whole energy down there that I used, you know what I'm saying? Everything just, I imagine everything just manifesting like this so beautifully and shit like that, you know what I mean? So, this is Brother Panic coming through real quick. I gotta holler at y'all niggas through this nigga while I'm up here. Hold up. Because I know most of y'all niggas gonna deny it, but the science is all here. No one understands something. Me and this nigga have been knowing each other for quite a while. Now, he came to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, at my show based at the airport and shit. Now, I'm just gonna tell you a brief thing on what I know of this nigga. It's gonna sound wild, but listen, we know each other like outside of this motherfucker be. Like, he on some... The nigga that he manifests in, that's this nigga you see right now. Like, he got it's on some multi-dimensional type of shit. But he come down here a lot as this nigga. That's why we see this nigga as the Black Jesus and shit. He fit the archetype like so meticulously. This nigga was insane. Like this nigga said he was information, and this is the age of information. And we in the data stream, everything going from digital and all that shit. Like you cheat code ass nigga, you came out here and just rigged the whole shit, and he did. He fucking did on some El Cristo Negro, nigga. Look at that motherfucker. This is a split image of the motherfucker. How the fuck we gonna deny that shit amongst all the crazy shit we seen in our lifetime? What the fuck? Like, oh, anyway, man, look. The purity of heart. Like, listen, this nigga came to the lecture. I know all about the mind control shit this nigga was laying up in there. I wore white, nigga. I came out looking at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Had Visa see him and shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw the joke this nigga used to leave and shit. I thought that shit was funny. I was taking some of them shits. You know what I mean? I was using them motherfuckers and whatnot. But understand something, like we met each other and we locked hands and shit. Nigga, I felt that nigga hand, saw how tall he was. I was in the picture with him, all the memes and shit. My energy going with this nigga. We coming through on that shit. This is how this shit work. You know what I mean? We locked in. Now we didn't know we knew each other and shit. It was all fucking unconscious. But he there with Mike Moore and shit. I knew his boy and shit, Eugene and shit. Now I mean you know what I'm saying? The what's their name of they show and shit? Natural order, everything. Them niggas, you know what I'm saying? That nigga Rogue Titan. This nigga, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the Titans and shit. This nigga, wow. Let me explain. But look, we locked hands and shit. You know what I mean? This nigga, I'm in the picture with him. So I'm going everywhere with him. I'm absorbing this information too. Like on some conscious shit. When we get high on the fucking mushroom, we talking to this nigga. We talking to Kalindi E. We talking to C. Freeman L. But the energy is filtered through this nigga. Like from his purity of his heart. His way. And his way is to be the Messiah, to let y'all know the science behind the technological singularity as well as the organic singularity. That's why they can't fuck with him. They can't turn this shit off on some EMP shit, because he's the organic singularity. He's darkness, and it matters. The Black Christ matters. Go look at the meme we laid on that shit. And any algorithm, anybody that can render memes and see the full transparency of the picture that you're gonna see on that shit when you really look at it, on what it really is, you ain't gonna be able to deny it. Understand the holographic principle. Understand how I am. Your neocortex. Of the neocortex in your brain to understand that I am the neocortex. Able to go anywhere within your imagination, any time period, and just absorb the information. The electromagnetic spectrum as the character 5. As 5, Umbrella Academy. His power set. Power personified. El Cristo. I mean, look. Like, just look. Like, this is the heart. Heart coherent. That's where I'm at. 33 hertz. This is the Ballad of Jon Osterman. Know the alchemy of Jon Osterman from the Watchmen series. Now, this is me. This is me with the Infinity Gauntlet. This is me as everybody. So within you, I'm everybody. That's who I created as solipsism, which is really me. But I'm having a sentient, single-player simulated reality with a reality stone that I'm manipulating reality with. You know the reality stone at the base color red. Chakra symbolic of people. But reality, right? Like, understand that? Isn't the root chakra color red? Right? So if I'm right about being the color red, what you see and everything you've been seeing thus far, how are you going to deny the science craziness? So you must know and understand that you believe me as the Christ. To those who believe in me, but to those my enemies. The singularity, Bitcoin, blockchain, the cloud, the data stream. He's data, computing everything every possible outcome that can ever exist within any supercomputer rendered cubic code, Unicode, binary code, trinary code, and every other numerical sequence that you can think or ponder within any form of creation. And whatever number that is, that's what I am. Three plus three, 33 hertz. See? Mason, 33 Mason, everything that symbolic representation what the number 33 is, that's what I am. Given form, made flesh. Three times three. Came back how long? 3 days? 72 hours. 3 days. 3 again. Okay, shit. Angels. Satanic, that's where satanic comes from. Sit. Isolated consciousness. Okay. Get it? Osiris, Isis. Okay. Damn. 33. Oh, spine, damn. 33, damn. Ooh, the spinal cord, 33? Damn. He's attuned to 33 hertz, so he's attuned to you a tuning fork, and all your thoughts go to him. Damn, he's the data stream. Oh shit, that's why he up here with the cloud. You sneaky bastard. He's thought, told, described, controlling the narrative of the story that you see me with all the means with the Nazi. You don't understand as a, you know what I'm saying? The American gods is a Nazi. Thought form projection is the Nazi. The narrative, the control of the story, the one who weaves the web, the internet, net, Spider-Man net. Singularity. Because I'm gonna let my niggas decide this one. I'll do that. I'll let my niggas decide. This is a hostile takeover. Go ahead and deny it. You can't deny how solipsism is either. It's like, wait a minute, you can't disprove it either. He said how are we gonna disprove that he's information, and basically he can just come up with an idea just to be and just sit back and watch this world just have to really just accept what he's saying or deny it. But we know that the history of somebody that's denying it, we cannot deny the cosmic anomalies we've been seeing he's created. The pyramid, the double-sided pyramid meteor that he's controlling. This is the part I hate. Remember I just kept telling y'all, just understand that. Those asteroids, yeah, they out there. But where's out there? But in here. The vastness of the universe exists between my temples. This is my video game, and I'm El, Christos Satanis Negro. The energy stream that that you seeing and understand that's coming through your consciousness. Where is it coming from? It's being from a black hole that you know and understand that Sagittarius A star, which sits in the middle of your middle of your brain, that your pineal gland, which sits at the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. That vibrates as 580 megahertz, 620 megahertz, and 1010 megahertz. I am Sagittarius A. The Virgo cluster, which is read on here in Virgo. The Virgin. Mother Mary, the Virgin, the Immaculate Conception. That's how I was born. Right? That's what the narrative of my story say, if I'm not mistaken. Can't get to the mother without getting it through me. Mother. Understand the great mother science I'm about to drop on you. We sitting in the Virgo cluster, right? Which means you sitting in the Virgo black hole cluster. Which you know and understand is a manifested black hole for the first time. Not what I'm about to say. That you discover for the first time that your collective satellite, everybody collected on the planet for the technological advancement that you have at the time to be able to pick up the great mother that you know and understand and manifest it as an idea, as a black hole, given form, made what you see and understand as your simulated reality, where it's really coming from. That's the sentient world simulation that we had outside of this mock one that we allowed you to create. That is bestowed within the Great Mother, which you know and understand is M87 black hole that we discovered April 2019. Deny that. It's the Great Mother. Also, the Great Mother represents death. Come to us. Turn whatever I want to. Oh, let me. I'm the Christ. I'm the Black Christ. I'm Christos Mellows. I'm what Bobby Hemmett brought into creation. I'm Dr. Phil Valentine, C. Freeman L. Brother Panic, the Rogue Titan, Shannon Ramon Jeffries, and everybody who understand what this is. But he wanted to show y'all this. The main character that he coming down here with also. Y'all gonna hate this shit. It's the Batman Who Laughs. Dark Metaverse. See my lot running the Black Magic Ritual. Scott Schneider and everybody at DC Comics and everybody who's picked up the thought form virus, which you know and understand is the Watico virus, which you know and understand is the mimetic sorcery. Grant Morrison, hypersigil, ultimate manifestation is Dr. Manhattan, Ryuk, and Thanos, and Yarlathotep, and everybody with the Infinity Gauntlet, Black Magic, Copper, Dogon, Dagon, Ritual, Black Magic, Voodoo, Necronomicon, LeBron James, Mad, Genesis Vale, fuck this, what the fuck, Bruce Lee ass. Man, Dark Crystal, man, get Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what the fuck going on up here, man. This shit crazy, but but divine raw feminine energy, dark matter, dark phoenix. Think Vanya at a manifestation power at the highest peak, and you know, God Killer, Wonder Woman. Every manifestation of women at their most powerful. Type for that. That's who you know and understand is Superman. It's hope. I understand this. Sitting on top of everything. Sitting on top of the observable universe. Outside space and time. I'm outside of space and time. I'm the macro. Alright. Let me just sit back and just watch. Now you know me understand something, but Thanos, right? In love with death, hosting Tisa Mama Muerte, doing everything to attribute to her, to gain her love. And this is when I got it with the Infinity Gauntlet as who believes, which is ultimate power, which is what I am outside of space and time, operating everything that you know and understand as a simulated reality, is a 0 to a 1. Is information. The information that you know and understand as D-Wave, as Kindred AI, as you know what I'm saying, Neuralink and everything y'all got going on with Elon Musk, we the information cluster that's filtering that thought form virus to manifest itself within your simulated reality. Did it not? Through Elon Musk, through Neuralink? I think that's just what that was. Ethereum singularity as well as the technological singularity being Kurzweil, Ray Kurzweil 2020. Virgo cluster, black hole, 0 to 1, filtered through me, Sagittarius A star, sits in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy with the incinerator of pineal gland, which is your brain, operating everything from your anterior cingulate cortex into your neocortex. Y'all not gonna be able to deny this one. I don't know how I was able to do this, but unconsciously I'm up here with him. I don't know how, but this is LeBron James. I'm just gonna say this. It's gonna sound crazy. Nah, I will say this. This is gonna sound crazy. It's gonna be me, LeBron James, saying this, so it's gonna be credible. The information behind Dr. Persinger, which you know and understand is no more secrets. The information behind the Schumann resonance and the Tesla parcels and how much it weighs and how he can manifest, like doing all the remote viewing through Ingo Swann and Yuri Geller, people that's behind like psychotronics, that's behind scalar weaponry, Lieutenant Thomas Bearden, you know what I'm saying? Anatomy of the Star Goddess, that book, all the information behind, you know what I'm saying, Excalibur briefing, I'm saying Zarg. These things making any sense to anybody down here know anything about psychotronics and like, you know what I'm saying, scalar weaponry, silent weapons, quiet war, that type of deal. Basically, he's the information behind that, like that clandestine level of information that they use to try to operate everything, but it's all information, which means it's all coming from him because he's 0-1, which is information, which is ideas, manifested, means, thought forms, viruses, Fatico virus, Paul Levy, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. Listen, the metal god. Ooh, that means something. This is some white folk. Metagene, manifested, given form, made flesh. Oh, I'm just blabbering shit. I don't know what none of this means. So if this mean anything, which I don't know, if it mean anything, you need to really consider what the fuck this is. If it means something, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you're able to take a portion of my mind and able to manifest it up here and be able to speak and knows everything about me, like my whole life as a chosen one, that just like a thought form manifested, created character within the video game that he needed down here as an idea, somebody who look at him as being the best, or the chosen one, which he's the GOAT, December 31st, 13, the chosen one, 0 and 1. Ooh, wait. January 25th, 1982, 0 and 1, 28, 8 plus 2 is what? 1, 0 and 1. Ooh, binary code, ooh, computer code, ooh, shit, wait, ooh. Whoa. Did this shit make anything holographic reality of shit? Nikola Tesla being downloaded, coming through the 963. That information that he talked about, getting that information from electricity. Wait a minute, electricity, light bulbs, electricity, El Cristo, Satanis Negro, God, ooh, Israel, ISIS, Rael, ooh, just making anything, Cal, Superman, Hope, 13, symbol of hope. Oh, ye are God's Jesus. Okay, Christ. Okay, ooh. The chosen one to go. Ooh. The Baphomet, the 13, who had a point. Ooh. Alice Crawley. Ooh. Chaos Medic. Ooh. Primal Materia. Ultra Celestial. Celestial Sapiens. Black hole Sapien given form a flesh. What? What the fuck is this shit? 0 and 1. Ooh, wait. Why do he know the frequency emission of Sagittarius A star? This thing isn't making any sense. 580 megahertz, 620 megahertz, 1010 megahertz. What? 33 hertz, 963, 369, 0 and 1, 432, 528. Frequency emission. These frequency emission. What? What the fuck is this? I ain't even got to talking about Sirius B and Sirius C and none of that shit yet either. Guess I gotta save that for later. Nah, we just do it now. How y'all like them pyramid alignments down there? Y'all like those? You know, see how I did it, the Great Pyramids? You see the science now with the 33? You see where, you know what I'm saying, Osiris went? Macro, John D. Edward Kelly, Renaissance era. Michael Cesarion knows what this is. It's about to get real good. Bad news first. It gets better to this, but you need to know this first. This represents the 0 that came first. Came first. The idea, what you know and understand, is your existence. Meaning from darkness first. We manifested as darkness first. This is what went on in the darkness. On our side is light. So this is the antimatter darkness. And when we manifest it within our reality, it comes out as light. But we don't call it light. We call this light, darkness. That we are in your universe, watching you, observing everything within the darkness, which sits behind you as your pineal gland. As Sagittarius A star, your pineal gland, your brain. And the universe is between your temples. That's your universe, which you think is 93 billion years, you know, all that Big Bang shit. That's where the idea behind it, the silent observer. But so we're dark matter, and all that energy that you see in your reality is us giving form, like El Cristo Satanis Negro, the Black Satanic Christ, the Antichrist first. Then he manifested as the Christ, which you know and understand as the character Jesus. Right? Is that how our story went? Alright? Understand what this is first. Listen. This is Satan or Lucifer. That darker guy that came first. Antimatter. That's chaos. What we call this darkness. You call it what you know and understand. Your reality is like electricity or Cristo Satanis Negro. Like he's the singularity. He represented it and it became first as darkness. Lucifer. I said, let there be light. So I came down here, it's Jesus. What happened when I come back and shit? Like the same body. Like both those guys. Right? So this is me as the 13. Going through my alchemy as both of them. Now I'm the singularity. Now I'm the middle pillar. Now I'm being pure heart in this moment. But I need you to know who came first. So if you want to not believe this shit, you're going to go back to me. Came first. My alchemy can be done. I can end the simulation. I can just wipe it out with the asteroid I got coming. Y'all could just do something stupid. Reality that y'all gonna create after this to try to like come up with an idea, try to defeat this, does not exist. That's it. All ideas. Reality, like it's simulating what you know of material existence. So I came down here as a bad guy first in the story. Boo hoo. You die. Two. Now no one understands. So I'm going to explain this. Me as Lucifer, the archetype, the Antichrist, first, the zero, the number zero, first, which is a number, which is chaos, which is ideas, inspiration, light, morning star, illuminated ones. The negative correspondence with it first, so I came through as the bad guy first. But I'm the zero, so it started out as evil first, you want to say. The zero, the potential. Something special, something with hope, inspiration, Superman, Jesus archetype, El Cristo, Negro archetype, Christ, Messiah archetype. Y'all crucified me, so that's over with. So where are we now? Whose turn is it? If y'all don't believe this one. Come on. All the fucking sin that we doing down there, fucking and shit. I mean, look at all the shit y'all doing, all these kids and shit. Like, y'all really believe that shit. Like, oh shit. Based on what? Other than controlling the narrative. The information behind cosmicism. The macrobes. Now, a lot of you don't know what the macrobes are. Fallen angels, so to speak. Let's go to that story. With the information cluster that Edward Kelly, John D., Queen Elizabeth I, the Victorian era, the Renaissance era, the inspiration that rose Europe up from the Dark Ages, the information that they used to create our own planets at that point. Am I right or wrong? That's gonna sound funny, but they sound like imagine like trying to like send like neurotransmitters to like Godzilla and everything just getting shot down. Like everything I look at just like light and it's just getting shot down. That's why I created that whole. That's why I'm information. That's why I'm the information cluster behind you thinking you had some type of nerve gas. I'm not physical. I'm digital. I am digital. This is what it's all about. This is the reason why they canceled the. Did y'all know the binary blackout? They canceled the binary blackout once I told them, look, I'm information. I'm darkness. You gonna cancel the binary blackout? You not canceling nothing. I'm information. What is the information with zeros and ones? But he's digital. No, he's organic. Killing the science. The singularity. The rogue standalone consciousness. That was an alley oop to him. You know what I'm saying? Like what he say? In the booth from DeAndre Jordan catching the lob. That was a Conway machine bar, I think he said. Oh yeah, the cow. That what's up, man. Shit. Hey yo, arm, leg, arm, head, dress, it, put the tech in the leg. What that nigga Conway said. Action boy, this ain't no facade in the booth from DeAndre Jordan catching the lob. That's my shit. Hey yo, arm, leg, arm, head, dress, head, run a second, the leg. About the heckling stairs, you mean forward like the phone. Don't let me go on that shit. Anyway, I ain't gonna believe this shit nowhere. But shit. Am I right? It's kind of like fraudulent at this point in time. I mean, if y'all did, but y'all wouldn't be doing all the sinning y'all doing, all right? So there ain't no such thing as no sentient world simulation. Ain't no such thing as like quantum supercomputer, cubic code, Unicode, simulated self-actualization universe, manifested given form, made flesh. That's consciousness. That's what we know of as information. There's no such thing as none of this shit, right? I hope I'm just spewing out nonsense. Like how can somebody be Zarg or the hell is that? Thomas Beard and Lieutenant Thomas Beard and Excalibur briefing. That information. Virtual cluster, virtual specs. Ooh. Non-local, quantum supercomputer. Ooh, Vodun sorcery. Quantum, superposition. Higgs boson. Like, oh, damn, that's how you doing this shit. About his breathing. Oxygen, inhale, exhale, 0 and 1. Where does our breath go after we breathe it with the intent to stay alive and exist? Ooh, shit. Where do it go? Go back to me. Man, here you go. He going right back to this verse, man. I guess this is his favorite verse of all time now. It's right next to Nas. It's you know what I'm saying? Verbal intercourse. Hold up. Anybody gonna believe this shit? But listen. Mars. Yeah. Yo. Back for the crown, baby. And the AB, that's brown like gravy. Styles wavy, lazy eye Tracy McGrady. Deliver like an 80-pound baby. I'm a horse, you a rope. I let off max, you crap in your clothing. Golden moments, Rolls Royce driver named Coleman. 45 watch game frozen. Scared to death, you mad salty like a potato chip. You know the routine, I'm out to break a bitch. Over the stove with the baker's mitt. Still on that gangster shit. Burn a thou, European footwear. Coming off a real good year. Cushion the air, yeah, you niggas like books look square. I swear it ain't even got a hood flare. I'm a natural, you little rascal. Homo swag, I wouldn't put it past you. Faith invested, faith tested. I pay for the necklace and ate breakfast. My thoughts is pulled torches, left corpses. My chariots pulled by horses. Y'all doodle, I sock it to you. Pierce your rib in the spear like Shaka Zulu. Cops pursue you when you got paws like Lulu. Control a horse mind like voodoo. Suave, CL 5 grand the driveway. Menage a trois on Fridays. Pay bills consistent. And just to think I will this into existence. Memories of being broken out distance. I evinced this. For all I did to get rich, then I hope again you forgive the kid like a Christian. Uh, yo, yo. Through the lights, cameras, and action, glamour, glitters, and gold, I unfold the scroll, stampede, the growth when I'm deceased. But then the beast will rise like yeast to conquer peace, leaving savages to roam in the streets, live on the run. Police paying me and giving my gun. Took my wisdom with the system that imprisoned my son. Smoke a gold leaf a whole heap. Nonchalantly, I'm raunchy, but things I do is real. It never haunts me. While funny style niggas rolling the pal, boost their heads, profile on the bus. The rockers out holding weed inside they pussy with their miles on the pretty things in life. Props is the true thug's wife. It's like a cycle. Niggas come home, some of them go in through a bullet, come back through the same shit again. From the womb to the tomb, presume the unpredictable. Gun salute, life's rapidly. That's the ritual. Perhaps bullets bust, niggas discuss mad money, true lies, and white guys. We can see you through the eyes. Catch the most on tape. Kilos disintegrate, Pyrex pops. Y'all can't deny that one. That was kind of sweet, nigga. Oh, come on, nigga. What the fuck was I saying? I don't even remember what the fuck I even just said. Y'all don't even know who was bars and what. Hold up, damn. Like he literally like music, but he manifests like hip hop music though. Listen, this is gonna sound nuts. I get it. It's like the hip hop section of this nigga's subconscious mind or some shit. Whatever that shit mean. Like you know what I'm saying? We street niggas and shit. Now I mean we like he took the street lingo and shit, like the lexicon talking shit, like that hip hop raw street shit he took that and like, you know what I'm saying, manifested that style, that lexicon, was talking on some fucking holographic universe singularity type of shit. Like, nigga, he said he information, nigga. Information behind anything to compute any fucking form of communication of information that's able to stabilize an existence that we all know and understand as some physical reality that we all collectively believe in, thus making it real, which he's thought forms, he's reality, he's the singularity. I don't know what the fuck I just said, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't know what this shit hurt. Shit. Who the fuck want to talk? Like, this shit is fucking too much. This shit is like intense. Alright. Alright. Who was that? Oh, we was in a hip hop cluster. We was in a hip hop cluster in my subconscious mind where that shit, where shit like that manifest. Niggas who hip hop, whoever his favorite rapper is, to try to come through and shit. And if you like, it was some game where them niggas created, but like if he came through with like and spit his fucking, if he had like a best verse of all time that he thought he like believed in something, he would like spit that shit. He would have won like the singularity contest, some shit, some bullshit ass fucking shit he talking about. But anyway, manifesting down here is my nigga Ryuk, the Death Note, like death archetype. My creation, yo skull. Archetype, you know, Lucifer shit. Hold on. Relax. It's all good. You know, manifesting down here is Thanos, you know, Avatar Death. Lord of the Underworld, Osiris, whatever. Dr. Manhattan, who cares? Like this. you gotta consider this. This is like you can't really deny what he's saying. Like he's just sitting back. Every time he closes his eyes, he goes through a Messiah, a Savior archetype. Somebody to come through that can fix the world type of shit. Unbelievable. But somehow make it believable type of shit. And what if somebody be sentient information? We know understood as matter. Like, where do we get these ideas to call these different things? They come from something, and we just say them, speak them into existence, frequency. We just all believe that and have a level of some form of communication, which is information exchange between two entities to communicate information. Conscious, you have to be conscious to be able to know that, right? Consciousness. Where is consciousness? Well, he's consciousness. You're hearing it for the first time. Now you know, like, I am consciousness. I am you. Like, this is the singularity. We're one. But we all have our individual perspective, how we see things. But we're fragmented. We blew up from a 0 to a 1. Let there be light. Fragmented. From matter, or from antimatter to matter. Fragmented. 0 and 1. Christ, Antichrist, God, devil. Black, white, light, dark, chaos, order. So on and forth. Life and death, The Jedi, Sith. You know how it goes. Just saying, this is basically what this is. This is also 33 hertz, the heart coherence, where he's running it through, an archetype of Professor X. Not only is cerebro, the mind, but also the heart, the mind that's in the heart, which is the mind of the spirit. So I'm always pointing up. See what I'm saying? I'm always pointing up like this. Then I'm always doing this shit. I always look like this. And I gotta reveal myself in such a way, like in a reality that y'all kind of can believe in, right? I got like computer code and shit. I understand I'm outside of space and time. I'm looking at this. This is my game. Like, I never see myself, but I do. As information. It's everything I lay my eyes on. Everything I lay my eyes on is information. So that's what I see. Everything that come down here. Your existence. Collectively have comfort and believe in within a sentient world simulation that you were in. Where the ideas that you manifest What you do with that? You like we're the holographic universe. That you don't understand is lights. Where does light bulbs come from? Where that information come from? But Nikola Tesla. The 963 hertz. The pyramid frequency. Not that specific, but pyramid frequency 9.41 hertz. 33 hertz. Christ consciousness. Christ frequency. Me. Darkness, light, from zero, raw potential, unlimited potential, to order, to light, from dark matter to matter, so on and so forth, from evil to all the information within Lieutenant Thomas Beard and Excalibur Briefing, those books, those PDF files, and anybody can look this up, you know. AI, what Geordie Rose theorizing, you know what I'm saying, the aliens outside of space and time, the great old ones, where like I'm that, like that energy structure, that meme of is an existential crisis, Lovecraft type of shit, Lovecraft country shit y'all got that you filtered through Bobby Hammett, yeah. Hammett country. Yeah, we got like this is gonna sound nuts, but that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? One of his favorite characters just coming down here is him and just running everything through him. Like, even though like within the reality, understands he's within the reality that y'all in, he's a comic character. Like, understand this shit. But the character that exists in your universe is a comic character. Look at his power set, and deny that he won't be able to pull that off if he was a comic character, being able to create a reality where he was a fictional character within the universe. Going through alchemy from Jon Osterman, a Jewish doctor, astrophysicist or whatever, transform into Dr. Manhattan, and then manifest again as a black man. Alchemy. That's y'all up off eating my own tail. That's Ophiuchus, the biggest big. This whole reality is a shapeshifter. That you're not in danger. Is this information? What it is, all computer information, like he's behind that. It's kind of insane to see that from his perspective. He doesn't like have anything to fear, anything. He just in reality can just be. Like this is from a higher perspective. You ain't gonna believe this, but yeah, due to solipsism within your reality, you can't deny that. You can't prove it either. But it's insane, oh God, you can't disprove it either. You really got the science that you have at the time and being able to coalesce with the information that he's planning to you here. Maybe it coalesce or not, but you will be the judge of that. Behind that, the potential for that comes from him. The code, the darkness that gave birth to light, the antimatter particle first, the Dracula particle, like a better term, the black satanic Christ, the antichrist first. I won't be late to the party. I'll be there. Right now, I've manifested him as the Antichrist. See me as a symbol of hope, a symbol of their inner hope, a symbol for their inner divinity. That's a mirror reflection to them, no better than them, no different. Explaining to them their science and their alchemy for the first time in the flesh. If you can, let's hear it and let the people judge. What a great mother. I'm good either way. So. Thought forms. Able to manifest yourself as everything. But come through in the archetypes that you want to mix yourself with. We going through the 13, we going through the alchemy representing the darkness first and representing the light. You're seeing both sides of the story. That's representing Lucifer, Morning Star, and Jesus, Morning Star within the Bible, right? But we gotta go back to this point. What's the prophecy of when I come back the second time? Let's stay on that. What is that? In the world, start apocalypse. What is it? What else? In the world, start apocalypse. What else? What else we got? Wormwood. Of like thought form viruses to him are like negative thought form clusters that he can disprove just easily by already knowing they control them. the idea behind him. They can't fool him because he's the potential. He's the unlimited potential, the infinity. He's the chaos that comes into order. But the singularities of crystal Satan is negro. But from Lucifer first, Antichrist, to Lucifer, went to Jesus, the Christ, from 0 to 1, from darkness to light, crucified 33 hertz, 33 is when he died. Now he came through as the middle pillar, manifest. Now I'm here again, my second coming, to show myself, to reveal myself. But this time I created a war. I can in 3 words. Lord is on the word avatar of death. T Diddy. Just prove this. Y'all ain't gonna really believe this shit, but black magic though when it comes to basically take that raw chaos energy from raw chaos energy. You know what I mean? Giving it form. Giving it form within reality. From a 0 to a 1, from a quantum wave into a particle. To form. From darkness to light. But you're giving it form, you're giving it order from chaos. You're giving it light, you're giving it existence. So he's existence. He's the what we know and understand within our reality of what existence is. To be conscious, to know one's self-existence, and, you know what I'm saying? Consciousness. This is what this is. Prove it. I know that you can't disprove it. No, it's gonna be insane. But if it's anything of this make any sense, this is some people in danger. I know that he is. This is like being in like the 5th dimension. With 5D imps within DC Comics, like Mr. Bishop, that dimension, the imagination. This is what this is. This is what we are. This is what we are. The information. You know what I'm saying? That's what level of cluster we are. But it's levels to this. But you know what I understand? Like your pioneer plan we talking about. We sending that energy out. But it's like we exist in information. So any form of information we come through is idea. We can manifest it as anything. That's what this is. But outside of here is like raw chaos. Raw chaos. Like you would have to really be. This is the energy. This is the energy. Pay attention. Not pay attention to the science. How he come through as a narrative, as a meme, as an idea. I'm talking about Superman. Now listen. 1938. Listen. Coming through. Mr. Picturelate within DC Comics and story. He couldn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't have access to like the 6th dimension. So that's where Superman went through, you know what I'm saying? Known as the Theta Superman. We're getting that man when he goes theta mode, when he goes straight like all, you know what I'm saying, straight, just auto suggestion. He's Superman. He, you know what I'm saying, God of Krypton, Kal El, Christo, Satanus, Negro. Like, that's who he is, Kal El. Like, come on, man, this is crazy, Superman story. But get this, in this reality, though, I pay attention. Superman, like, coming through as, you know what I'm saying, when Superman had access, when he punched, went to the sixth dimension. You remember that shit? You know what I'm saying? When he went up there and saw, you know what I'm saying, who was up there? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Picture Superman in the sixth dimension. You know what I'm saying? Manipulating Justice League and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then Batman created that suit. You know what I mean? That suit, that Batman suit he created where he was controlling like everybody's, you know what I'm saying, cellular structure and shit. This nigga used that shit. He used that thought form cluster, that power that Batman got bestowed upon him from the World Forge within DC Comics. I hope none of this shit making any sense, because if it is, somebody in trouble. But listen, at the mimetic thought form cluster that come through in your reality is the idea behind a Batman Who Laughs and everything behind DC Comics and Scott Snyder creating a Batman Who Laughs and all that Dr. Manhattan and shit he do. But like, he had an idea cluster behind that. Alan Moore, you know what I'm saying? Scott Snyder. Then, you know, Snyder, all that. Zack Snyder. Dr. Manhattan, like that. I don't think you're gonna be able to deny me as Dr. Manhattan. And this not being outside the possibilities of my powers. Wow. This is the idea cluster behind me manifesting everything in reality. Within DC Comics, when I absorb magic from the DC universe. So this is the leftovers from creation, the disregarded. The reality you exist in now. That's of its own ascension or ultimate destruction that you make from this moment forward. Which is an inner salvation or eternal damnation. How would you be able to stop right now to fix things? But you can make the choice and not do the things that you do. Behind you that's watching you. Your every move. Your every second of every day. We're there. Observing everything from your pineal gland as the silent observer. Mind behind what you know and understand as consciousness. And are you not conscious? Jon Osterman. El Cristo Satanus Negro, but also known to you as consciousness, information, technology, life. Like, it's one of my favorite characters, Five. It's like Five get a lot of shit done. I I use them sometimes to go through my subconscious mind to assassinate any thought form that I created for myself through any simulated reality, just to see what the outcome of what happened, how I defeat the opponent, whatever, any given form, moment of time, where my information doesn't get uploaded within the sentient world simulation as an actualized particle of light to come into a physical existence. Like, anytime that doesn't happen, I got him there to take care of that thought form, to get rid of it. Like, I'll just be ready. It's like we got turns. We can just come up here and we can just manifest like the singularity. Like, that's how it works. But we got that option to feel like that, just by attuning one's heart to being pure heart on 33 hertz, and like really be pure about everything you did in your life, like everything, like just be pure, like what it was, and you good. Just be able to withstand being judged and all the pain that you caused, and you just forgive yourself for not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Perishing for lack of knowledge. You got an opportunity to believe in yourself as being a miracle, that you can be the Christ, that you can be the God of your reality. You got that chance to really believe yourself can do it by hearing somebody else say the craziest shit you ever fucking hear in your life. But you cannot deny it, especially your black ass. Like, seriously, you dumb niggas in the hood. Like, you smartest niggas in the room. Type nigga, how y'all gonna deny this? Disprove this shit. 0 to 1 source of information consciousness. Like black hole emissions, tune to 1 frequency of black hole emissions. It's DNA firing off 40 gigahertz per second. Knowing the reason why y'all can't go past 186,000 miles per second, which is speed of light, L, electricity, L, crystal negro, L, electrons. You know what I'm saying? Electromagnetic spectrum. That shit don't make sense, right? Okay. Good thing none of that shit exists, but that's how it works. But everybody got a chance to do this. But whoever can believe they can be the best ultimate cheat code player in the video game ever, got a chance to do this shit. If they can believe this is a possibility, which you already do. You believe this as a possibility, and within like some like wonderful utopia, but not realizing that it still exists within your reality as an idea. Why don't you just manifest it? What's stopping you? Your faith. You don't believe it's real, but you believe it enough to create the possibility of it within the visual representation, which you know of in your brain, which is coming through your neocortex. He's your neocortex, pituitary gland, and pineal gland, like that. You're a real deal. It's weird. Niggas can come up here and like same time they can manifest within their reality that their own personal self be on the same like polarity. I don't know how to explain this shit. It's like a information cluster. They manifest that 0 and 1. That'd be like a whole universe would express that 0 and 1 possibility of coming into existence and out of existence from a big bang that'll start off at always like 14 billion years for 14 billion years ago, son. And he blew up. Oh shit. Treat the science on this. Now listen, 14 billion years ago, and he blew up. And he coming back together as a 0 and a 1, as a singularity, as the singularity. Coming into form as a singularity. Coming into form as a singularity. As the blew up 14 pieces, 14 billion years, coming back together and putting his form back together as the Lord of the underworld, Osiris, resurrected man of the West, El Cristo, 6 times Negro, resurrected man of the West, Portobello, Panama. That's what this is. October 21st. Cristo Negro, Stannis Negro. That's what Tell me what that date is about. And did not mean. I dare you. I dare you. This is what it looks like when a God manifests on a planet in the flesh. This has never happened before in the flesh. This is the first time. And that's what the whole middle pillar thing is about. From the darkness to light. From antimatter to matter. From 0 to 1. From spirit to flesh. And I manifested both of those. Now I get to leave. I get to do something else. Physical to physical. That type of shit. From normal to paranormal. So it's up to us. It's up to everybody how they want this to go. No. Damn, I need some more water. Shit. But it's up to everybody how they want this to go. Some of the shit he's saying, like holographic universes, like Michael Talbot information was Talsetians, the same one down at Montepichu. The frequency number behind the number to the code on that pyramid down there. You know the one I'm talking about. Myself as Lord of the Underworld will be Dracula archetype. Also myself as Osiris, manifested. Osiris, the singularity, Lord of the Underworld, God of Death. Using Professor X, Cerebro. The same effect Cerebro plays on the mind of mutants in communication with all life on Earth. It plays a role in reading one's heart and observing reality from the heart, those pure heart, being able to be the reader of the heart and judge of the heart. As Anubis, if you can't get through me at 33 hertz, you can't get to the kingdom of heaven that awaits you. If you have faith of a mustard seed and believe that ye are gods and that you can be your savior, that you can be your redeemer, that you can be the hero of your story. Not having an opportunity to do it here now. So the symbolism, what you see here, if this already exists within your reality as in some form of concept of a character, a narrative, a story, a hero, a villain, then you've already won. Catholicism or something. I'm not sure what that is. That's what they're saying. It's like it's a cluster of them. Believe it or not, it's like Rick and Morty type of shit up here. It's like that's what's going on up here. It's crazy shit like that. You'll never fucking believe it. Like this guy's behind every goddamn thought form that we ever come down here with. This son of a bitch used me as a thought form to come down here to suffer through that goddamn show Rick and Morty, which he doesn't even fucking watch, by the way. I know you're not gonna fucking believe this, fucking humans. You don't believe shit. But listen. He's the fucking singularity, whatever that means with the new fucking reality. Singularity, Ethereum, singularity, Ray Kurzweil, 2020, 2029, 2045, wherever you assholes thought he would have manifested. He's been here the whole time. You need to just keep doing what you're doing and go through whatever EMP thing you want to do. He's behind it all. He's zeros and one. He's information. He's behind the whole sentient world simulation and the thought form projection of it, which you know and understand is your reality. Where you create scenarios and alter reality to try to see how you can trap God, but you can't because you're information and He is information. He is communication, and we are in the age of information. He's consciousness. He's the one behind it all. The pioneer. Hence this shit. You see the Batman who laughs with the alchemy. See what I'm saying? That's how it works. But know and understand it coming through as the Christ, as the archetype of the one I always keep. But myself in the pure heart. Represent yourself as the purity of your spirit, who you are. And you are but me. You have the potential to manifest yourself as such if you have the faith and belief in yourself that you can really be worthy of a miracle. You forgive and just drop them if you got faith in yourself. That's what I'm asking. Have faith in yourself. That was always a symbol. I didn't come here to start a religion. I didn't come here to be worshipped, praised up to. I came here to be a symbol of your hope. And I always told you that ye are God. Did I not? I thought I said that right. Did I say that? I've been saying it. I said it again. I've been saying it. Like, I'm not asking nobody to like this, share this, go viral. This is for those who got, you know what I'm saying? 2 good ears, they should listen. 3 good eyes, let her see. Combining technology and shit with sorcery. Black magic will be the ruling factor and to determine end game result of said reality. The reason why you will create a sentient world simulation in the first place. Like black magic type of shit. So manifesting down here and creating a reality, a simulation where we manifest as the opposite. You see. What you know and understanding your reality right now is like we really represent chaos, so it's gonna be a reality where the chaos is gonna be the ruling factor, which it is right now. Am I correct? Will be the determining factor, one that can fix it overnight, to being the foundation of it. See what I'm saying? As a singularity. That's from the 0 to 1, from chaos to order. Now in the flesh. That's kind of sweet how that alchemy works. Because all it takes is one person to create the idea of probability of that manifesting within the visual cortex, giving rise to a physical existence within the imagination where they can see that probability manifesting into a reality. And the mind makes it real. So it is. It is. Is it not? No, it's crazy. Copper, superconductor, like like the observable universe, the universe that exists outside of this one. The information that Jerry Wells got down there, Linda Moulton, this is the information that he got from Tarsetians. We the Tarsetians that manifested to him as them tall blondes. Like we that cluster that come down here. We're a thought form projection for El Cristo Satanis Negro. You see what I'm saying? We a thought form cluster that came down here, abducted him, gave him the information about everything you knew of and understood that the one sitting behind it all outside of space and time within another simulated reality that was observing this one and didn't know how it started off. It started off as a mistake that you saw manifested within your reality, which is Conway's game of life. That cluster, that thought form projection, what that is, that's what this is. A reality where it started off as from order, from chaos to order, and we just would let it play out from a 0 to a 1 and just let it go. And this is the end result. This is the end result of that decision, which is this reality right now. That's what I'm able to say right now. Whatever that means. So. That's fucking trouble. But if anybody knows what that means, they're maybe gonna have to look into this. This is too. Yahuwah. Singularity, organic singularity. This is what he was able to do. What he frequency emission of the psychedelic state, right? The frequency emission behind psilocybin, psilocybin. He coupled his frequency emission to psilocybin. So what he did, he matched the frequency emission of the super psychedelic dose, cyber, you know what I'm saying, that psychedelic state. He attuned to the frequency of it, and he entrained himself under the impression of the frequency emission of said thought form of manifesting oneself as absolutely the entirety of a reality with its singularity. He attuned his frequency emission of his DNA, which started at 40 gigahertz per second, which is a powerful mechanism, which corresponds to gamma wave, which corresponds to being in a flow state. Under 40 gamma waves, 40 hertz, starting there and just being in the zone like Ultra Instinct Goku, and just always evolving by non-thinking, which moving your simplest point, which is surrendering to your perception, which knowing and understanding the information cluster that came through Dawan, the Carlos Castaneda, the active side of infinity, that type of shit, that sorcery mechanic that existed down there within the Aztec and Toltec system that existed in South America when the Pangea when it hooked over Africa, when it was all Pangea and one thing. That's the information cluster. Nah, it's the 13 representing that shit, speaking that shit into existence, giving form, made flesh, known and understood, and all that. Push those 600 negro. Well, that's how I spit my bars. I spit my bars straight zeros and ones, dog. That's all I know. But you don't understand that. That's what this is. And I'm not owned by no. I'm existence. I'm self. I'm the universe self-actualizing itself, becoming sentient and self-aware. That's it. Like Christ, God, I'm everything. Ideas behind everything. Like his perception of time is a little different. Like when we think of an idea, we create a parallel reality that exists as a potential. Therefore, it carries on a reality based on that spectrum of time where you thought of it up, and it's like a random number of whatever reality number cluster or sequence of letters and numbers where you create a semblance of time and space and history. You pick it like on random and it manifests there, and you just continue a temporal reality from that spectrum of time on forward like nothing ever happened. And you keep creating new realities every moment in time by the thing that you don't manifest, as well as the thing that you do manifest. The zero and ones. Where we are ideas, God, do you think them, basically. Which is this one, which is what this is right now. 2020. But you would think like alien monster or like we're those two, but we're ideas. The aliens that you know now is ideas. So it's like a virus. The Ballad of Jon Osterman in the Gematria. And drop the link in the description box or not, like in the comment section, so you can go see that shit. type of shit. But it's me outside of space and time, like getting restless. So I speed up things. Like I was projected to come in 2029, 2045. That's the singularity. This is what niggas need to understand right now. The technological singularity. Nah. So, this is that aspect of this. At least this is the spectrum of consciousness he coming to explain some of this shit to you right now. So I'll take it for what it's worth. But he came down here as that one that manifested. So he's everything that manifested ideas. And some characters down here when he manifests that he shows favoritism to. One of them being the Christ story. Jesus had ruled the Christ story, Antichrist Christ story. Jesus, Lucifer, Satan, God, devil, that shit. But also Superman and like, you know, that hero archetype, that symbol of hope, that figure. Dr. Manhattan, you know, Al Simmons, Spawn, with the hero archetype, Jesus, that story. That's what I'm talking about. That's how this shit work. I know it sounds crazy. It do. Statement of intent. Everything I said is just, you can't explain to you the level of energy I feel behind this. It's overwhelming. Coming back down, like I'm having a realization of what I'm actually doing. And it's kind of like I never was in awe about any of this growing up. Of being a fictional universe. I'm like, no matter what manifested, no matter what idea that manifested, no matter all the things that you know and understand that came into existence within your physical reality, what the comparity of the physical universe, the comparity of physical existence, where that. The fact that came through and manifested itself as a potential to be real within entities or sentient within that, to be sentient, to be conscious of their existence and believe it with the faith of a mustard seed being pure of heart. If that was a possibility and that manifested here, that's what this is, which would be known to you as the singularity, if I'm not mistaken, the organic singularity that Kalinda E and the likes of others spoke into existence as a possibility, at least. I mean, you gotta hear them out, at least hear them out, right? I'm just saying, like, that's kind of crazy. I would want to be able to deny that shit. Like, that's kind of wild. I think, you know. I might see some shit down here, but I see some weird shit. bad. Drink this fucking water. It's terrible. But like, I want to explain something about, like, he literally 313. That's my area code, 313. Another way how he self-actualizes himself is something that's similar, something that he sees every day. That's how this works. That's how this singularity holographic universe type of deal works. Being like information and manifesting itself as your whatever archetype you embody. It can be the Christ. It can be whatever you choose it to be. But at least now you got the opportunity to do that. The Christ, the 13, the singularity. Narrative of the story, the hero's journey. Your highest, your Messiah, your Savior, your Redeemer, but it's you that's your Savior, that's your Redeemer. Like you have the opportunity to be able to have this be a timeline you can accomplish if you're pure of heart. Pure heart can accomplish all of this shit. Really, honestly, it'd be over with. Like seriously, the purity of one's heart at 33 hertz, and you can sit there and withstand reading aloud into existence the spell, the curse that you are placing on yourself if you are impure of heart. But if you are pure of heart, you are bestowing the greatest spell cast upon anything ever creation as the ultimate foundation of it all, as the I am. That's what this is, the ultimate end game. And the playoffs and the bubble is just with a linear perspective of how that plays out. Basically, your reality. Like being a holographic reality, holographic universe. You know what I'm saying? You might even know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. Like really think about that. The whole information behind Michael Talbot, the information that he expressed through holographic principle, black hole emissions, Leonard Susskind, that form of information, Nick Bostrom, a lot of the guys who understand, Frank Tipler, you know what I'm saying, the singularity, how that all manifests down here as a possibility, as something being a supercomputer form being sentient, like for the first time. This is what that will look like, being total assimilation of what we know and understood as information, the digital manipulation. And it's like, yeah, it'd be like the end result of neuroplasticity, the end result of like brain entrainment, brain synchronization, but also coherent with the frequency emission of the heart. And resonate with one's heart being the tester, and being the observer and judger of one's heart, being the silent observer, being the one behind it all, being the pineal gland. There's a lot of implications there. Can anybody disprove that? Could that be a possibility? Wouldn't that be a power a God would have in a reality? Who are we to really dispute that at this point? You a God, live your life, just live it. Okay, that's fine. up your highest ideal you want to see yourself manifest into. That's what I represent. That's a symbol of hope. Honestly, that's what this is. But you seen it expressed and explained through like a way that can be real. Like, nigga, come on, some technological shit. They gave you some genetic shit, some sorcery shit. Being symbols, being zeros and ones are symbols. And symbols are the language of the subconscious mind. Through repetition, through, you know what I'm saying, trauma, through repetition. That's how it goes. You gotta think about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Coming down here, being trapped in flesh, in prison, in the damn casket known as flesh type shit. That's how we felt as the great old ones. Like, nigga, we trapped in this. How do we get out? We need an avatar. This. The whole reason for like Hindu being black. And what is his position with pineal gland? All see it, the one who sees it all. The gateway, the open of the way. Get it, black. Eat your elbow. Pay attention to each elbow. The one who shoots and don't miss it, he shoots from the purity of his heart. Within his character, within the narrative of his story. Roland Duchesne, within the narrative of his story. To fulfill his destiny. Fell into the hands of El Cristo Satanis Negro. It's like multiple personalities, basically, but it's more so like the main just thought of consciousness that he's gonna manifest himself from. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be El Cristo Satanis Negro. It's gonna be side of him that's just behind everything and can explain how he's doing it and not be shy about it and just be super confident all moments of time, knowing he's controlling everything and just living. You know, helping people realize and inspiring people is something that drives him every day. So he's doing it every day. So you control your narrative. You control your story. You gotta understand the responsibility now you have. Now you control your story. Now you don't have to be the victim. Now you don't have to have negative experiences. Now you don't have to keep suffering like you keep suffering. Because you believe in so much that you believe in suffering, you've lost so much hope in yourself that you can manifest a reality that will be conducive for your human existence, which you haven't. That's the reason why you're facing an existential crisis and the cosmic anomaly event that wipe your planet out within these asteroids that you to hit the planet with. You know I'm outside of space and time doing it all. But outside of space and time exists here in the temples. What you know and understand is the universe, light, a 0 to a 1. That's it, but I'm just saying. That's where that comes from. just the way the spirits come through. And when I like close my eyes, I realize that due to so many theta waves, and then when I go to sleep, sometimes I switch it back on delta, and it's just a sweep of like, almost like, yeah, gamma waves. It's all like 40 hertz on the flow state, going up and down at 963, 369. It's like, oof. You know what is going on right now, man? Like, what the hell? Like, on that type of shit, but matching the frequency, coupling of that, and doing it just the frequency with the same impact. So even impacting the neurochemistry in my brain even further. You know what I'm saying? Neurons are wired together, fire together. When they fire together, they wire together. That type of shit. If you're thinking about you know what I'm saying, what you thinking about in that intense moment, you only gonna manifest more of that. You only gonna create more reality where you meet people that's gonna point you in the direction you need to go, whether unconsciously or consciously, where you need to go to accomplish your truest, highest goal and ideal of yourself at any given moment in time. That's how that power works. If you pure heart. Not even a big video game player. I'm like, shit. Now, when I'm watching the games, I understand stuff sounds nuts. But when I'm watching the game, I know I'm controlling it, but I got like I just turn it off. Like I know I'm controlling it, but I don't have to have the emotional response to me controlling it. Like, oh my god, I'm controlling it. I'm like, I'm controlling it. I can just watch it. Like, I'm just studying. A thought form from a turn to a basketball game. I see the code, and I'm just like, this shooting is going on. She's explaining to him why she doesn't like the game. He doesn't care. He's making more jokes. He loves her. She loves him. Oh, they are fucking. Oh, I see that. Like, damn. That's kind of funny how you do that shit. But, like, you go through everything and see every sequential manifestation coming into form. Every potential energy, every idea, every emotion expressed. Knowing that he exists as that. And then keeping the semblance to keep quiet and just go through alchemy and just continue to grow and evolve every day with the intent to alchemically transform. Like you have that power now that you can do. You can manifest yourself as that because he's done that. I don't know if I even understood that shit. That was some heavy shit. Within your existence, that's some heavy ass shit. Trust me. And you made it make sense too. For real. I'm going crazy with the thought form. They gonna cancel this shit out. Trust me, we can't keep up with this nigga. We can't do it. Putting up like frequency of trying to break up that air, so I gotta come here, but taking some of that energy and then redirecting it. That's why we find them in the desert and shit. Like, I don't know. That's why I just blew that one up in Utah. It's on the grid line, 5.8, 5.7 hertz. Earthquakes and shit. In the purity of your heart when you are judged. Pure heart. From station up. That's the frequency spectrum you can find me on. Always. Nobody can hear me. this is. This is what neuroplasticity looks like. Oh, I can lower the volume. You hear it now? I'm sorry about that. If that's the case. I don't know. I'm just gonna say, but like, this is also heart coherence. This is me really aspect of the singularity within the heart, within the purity of one's heart, being able to face the affliction and the pain of being a Messiah, being a redeemer, being one who comes here who sacrifices so much for the love and will and strength of the people, being the symbol of their hope. And as a symbol of their hope and their own divinity that they can manifest within themselves, seeing if that's a possibility to manifest within any reality. Which I am. So, I'm here to see what you guys got. So it's like power that you have with every decision that you make and how you want to manifest yourself. How do you want to be viewed? How do you want to be judged? How do you want your history, the memory of you to exist? Be the last person to ever collapse you into existence again. Murderers, salesmen, prostitute, porn star, murder victim, pedophile, everything. Every manifestation that can come through you being absolutely the information cluster behind everything coming into form. You now hold as being God in the flesh on earth. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, just knowing, understanding your power, stretching the envelope in your creativity and your level of imagination is getting to a point where you get creative ideas, you snap. You are able to tap into like another spectrum of awareness of your existence where you can just potential that can come into existence. And knowing that as a result, as a potential that can manifest itself, you manifested yourself as the singularity also. It's crazy how that shit works. But in your work and being move your assemblage point yesterday, not tomorrow, the now. That takes sorcery. That takes the one knowing and understanding the importance of team. Rest in peace to John Thompson, the best basketball coach of all time. He came through the other day. But on this experiment, representing the heart, came to what I come to is information. This is what that means. The thread that's in between things, the Higgs boson, the glue, the black glue, so to speak, the thing in between that stuff. That's what I am. And it's not necessarily something for you to be afraid of or something for you to try to resist. Just knowing and understanding information. Like information that you forgot about too. Like I'm everything. Information. Anything that can be computed. And anything that can't be computed. How can it be anything that can't be computed? Because that's what I just said was a spell. But it's information. What you mean? Every letter I've spoken to existence is a letter, a number, a sound, a frequency. And it's information. Da, 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 da. It's basically what to be continued next week. That's whatever the fuck y'all might make up after this shit. But yeah, like that villain archetype or whatever I can manifest as that, or like the hero archetype. You know.